Now then guys, so I've not done a video for a few days. I've been out of the garage, I've been working, doing other things. So what I'm going to be doing is today I'm going to show you. I have put everything down once again. I do this all the time. Right, so a few items that I've got basically ordered through the post. This is my M8 heli coil kit. It's got my 8.3mm drill bit. Obviously I've got my hell brake lines because I run a Brembo master cylinder on the front here. The Brembo runs in a 1mm fine thread. I might be to be stand corrected on that. This is what you need to run the Brembos, because if you try and use the standard pitch, it just destroys the thread in the Brembo. Also this absolute godsend of stuff. Looks like electrical tape when it focuses. Looks like electrical tape. It kind of is. What it is soft electrical tape, so I wrap that around the loom. It's something I've used for years. I don't use zip ties on a loom. Never have, never will. Other day, I showed you on the video my lock location. Caused me no end of problems. As you can see, I've had to remove it, put the standard wiring setup on. All these wires are going to be tied back. I've stripped everything out and I've made this loom as small as possible. As you can see now, look at this, absolutely crystal clear, nothing in there. So my blow-off valve can sit here and be free of any obstructions. What I want is on people who are watching this, normally coming from my Instagram. And on my Instagram, I get a lot of comments and stuff like that. People don't comment on this because it's YouTube, it's shut. So my channel is so small, people aren't really interested in commenting as such. But if you can possibly, screenshot stuff and put it on my Instagram and tag me in it, that'd be absolutely great, because I kind of want to document what I'm doing. I don't want to become a full-time YouTuber in any way, shape or form, because that would be boring, to be honest, sitting in front of a camera like this. However, I'll show you some other bits and bobs as well whilst I'm in here. This is my fuel filter. It is a 100 micron fuel filter. Pretty nice bit of kit. Now, ignore the fuel hose. This here is not what I'm going to be using. I've decided against it. For the sheer reason is there is no protective outer coating on this, if you can hear. I simply don't want to go down the route of non-protected hoses. For the fact is that it potentially can leak. Also, it's not double bonded because of the plastic on the outside. You pull it through and it rips paint off. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drilling and tapping this out. I probably will put this in the video. Also, I didn't actually show you this as well. This stuff. This is amazing. What that's for is for making my gaskets. So whether that's putting crankcases together, putting blow-off valves on. Obviously not exhaust stuff because it would just burn. It's pretty obvious, to be fair. So as it stands, I'm going to be in here. As you can see, there you go. One's missing. That's going to be when it focuses right in there. Going to be my little. That's going to be my task for the next hour or so. So if I can record it, I will. If I can't, then I'll probably show you the finished job. To take the left-hand spar out, it's down here. Bit irritating. I had to undo all the engine bolts and kind of undo where I'd actually got to. Bit of poor light, to be completely honest. Studs in. Heli coil kit was absolutely spot on. Couldn't fault it. The tap was actually a really good condition tap, to be fair. Considering it was a cheap kit, this tap was very sharp. As people probably aren't aware, obviously I did an apprenticeship in precision mechanical electrical engineering. Obviously we're doing all that. You learn how to tap things, you learn how to build things as such. A lot of it you learn by just simply doing it. The next thing I'm basically going to be doing once that is on, I'm going to mount the turbo because I've got some other works I need to do. I'll put the brakes back on. And I've got quite a lot of work to do. It just seems to be never ending whilst building a bike. I'll never do this again, I tell you now.